One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
And
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Here's Wilson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Wilson. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 15 carries, 62 yards.
Oh, that's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared, because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, he's already shown on this opening drive that he will run the football. We know that about him, Charles, so maybe when he gets outside the pocket, the defense a little wary about the run, and he's able to convert the pass.
And that wariness will often cause you to be a step or two slow. And sometimes you get so focused on, will he or won't he run the football, you forget that there are receivers in your area, and they find themselves open, and there's another completed pass.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Bears at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Off play action, Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come in and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a...
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, Fields. Caught by Montgomery. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and... Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Allen Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another drive.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 51 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers have moved out in front.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. They could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
Allen Lazard and the rest of the Packers back out for another. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second down and goal. Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. An inside give to Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Play action. It's Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And got his man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. The 40. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. It's Fields. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. Finds Kmet on the quick slant. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Mott. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is...
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. Fields toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is, got a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Fields. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Fields now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On 3rd down, Wilson. A check down here to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum. Downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play. Opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 119 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Turned out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones to about the 33-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now it's Wilson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down right about 37 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Check.
Up the middle, Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's Jones again on second down. Down to the 25. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Fields throw into the hands of Sample. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Fields. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Fields on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 132 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Rolling to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Fields on 3rd down.
Got an open man, it's Pringle.
And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Back to throw, Fields.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. Complete to Mooney on the slant.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
2nd and 11 now. Off the option, it's Jones.
And he's got room.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.